Hello everyone and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I have a very simple and easy technique for you to mass produce your holiday cards. The technique used here is very simple, involving heat embossing and tone-on-tone coloring. You can create this design using any of the stamps that you have in hand. Add your favorite sentiments and you will have a bunch of cards ready to go. Since this is a flat, single layered card, the tone-on-tone coloring and shading definitely adds a little bit of dimension to our stamped images. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my videos. I will leave a link down in the description box below for all the supplies that I have used in today's video. I created this card in 4 different colors. You can easily create multiples of this card, stack them up and gift the bundle to your loved ones this holiday season. Before we begin creating this beautiful holiday card, let us first take a look at the stamp set that I will be using today. This is the Cozy Wishes stamp set from the November 2021 card kit by Simons' Stamp. We've got these beautiful fun images on this stamp set that we can use for coloring, heat embossing or any other technique. There's so much you can do with these small images. Today, we will create a very simple card which involves a lot of gold heat embossing and some tone-on-tone coloring. I will first take my stamping tool and place the stamps onto the steel colored cardstock. This is an A2 size cardstock. But before stamping, I will go ahead and cut out a panel using my frame dies from Sizzix. I am using the largest frame to cut out my panel. This will give me around a 1/4 inch of border on all 4 sides of the panel. I love the detailed dotted lines that is created using the frame die. You could leave the panel as is, or if you do not have any frame dies, just cut 1/4 inch from each side of the panel using a pair of scissors or a paper trimmer. Once I have this panel trimmed, I will now arrange all the stamps onto the panel and close the door of my stamping tool before I go ahead with the stamping. The stamping tool comes in handy when you plan to create multiple cards using the same design or pattern. Once I have aligned all the stamps, I will prep my card panel using the anti-static powder tool. The powder will avoid the embossing powder from sticking anywhere other than the stamped outlined areas. I am using Versamark ink, which is a sticky watermark ink on which all of our embossing powder will stick. I stamped the image twice just to make sure I got the Versamark ink on every corner of my stamp. I am using detailed gold embossing powder for stamping all of my cards today. Notice how sharp the images have come out. This is because of the anti-static powder tool which I used before stamping on the panel. In case you get some powder out of the stamped image, just use a paintbrush to remove the excess powder before you heat set it. I am going to heat up my tool and let's melt this beautiful gold embossing powder. Sometimes there are chances that your panel may warp due to the excess heat. All you need to do is place the panel in between a book or something heavy. This will help in flattening out the panel. At this stage, you can call this card done. We have a beautiful stamped image. We have stamped our sentiments. All you need to do is place this panel onto an A2 size cardstock. I took it a step further and added some color to my stamped images. I will be using my alcohol markers in shades that are very similar to that of our cardstock, more of a greenish or a light greenish shade that will add a little contrast to our stamped images. This is more like a tone-on-tone effect. The melted embossing powder will most probably resist the color, but just in case you get color over the embossed lines, you can wipe it off with a clean paper towel or a baby wipe. Here, Instead of the colored cardstock, you can stamp these images on a white cardstock and use any other color combinations of your choice. I'm sure it'll turn out really pretty. I'm using a red marker to color the hearts on both the letterbox and the little envelope piece on top of it. This will be the only contrast color that I will be adding to the entire card panel. Again, at this stage, you can stick the panel onto an A2 size cardstock and call this card done. But what's a holiday card without some shine and sparkle? I will add some splatters of metallic watercolor paints in the shade yellow gold to match the detailed gold embossed image. To create the splatters, all I do is dip the paintbrush in some water, collect color on my paintbrush and just flicker it all over my card front. I'm not worried about any particular pattern of this flicker or where the droplets fall. The random drops give it a more beautiful look. Let us now assemble our panel onto a card base. I cut out a white piece of white cardstock and scored it at 4 1/4 to create an A2 size side folding note card. I am using strong double-sided tape to adhere this panel onto the card base. You could also use some foam tape for extra dimension. Before I can call this card done, I went ahead and added some glossy accents on the little red hearts and used my Spectrum Noir glitter brush pen to add some shine to the rest of the stamped image. Here's a look at the finished card. Off camera, I created a purple, red, and a dark green card. I used the same exact embossing and coloring techniques for all of these cards. Here's a look at all our finished cards for today. I love how these cards turned out. This is a very simple card and you can make use of any of your stamps. There is no die cutting involved, there is no fancy coloring. It is just a simple card with stamped images and some tone-on-tone coloring. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video and will definitely give this technique a try. Tag me on Instagram at rp_shutterbug with fun pictures of your projects. I will leave a link to that in the description box down below. Also, mention your thoughts about today's video and some card ideas and techniques that you would like to see in my future videos in the comment section below. Thanks again for joining me today. I would love for you to become a subscriber to my channel, and if you do subscribe, make sure to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss the next time I post a video. Here are a couple of other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks again and have a great day.